Friends, enemies, and those who remain undecided. Welcome back to this Jack. All right, hey Trickster. Yeah, I'm streaming. I honestly don't know what all I'm going to stream today, like what all I'm going to talk about. Um, um, yeah, I'm just figured I'd vibe. I got a video or two I wouldn't mind going over, and I'll probably get hit by copyright on it.
Operation.
Um, hope the video owner doesn't care. I usually ask, but at this point, I don't know. This is something I've been wanting to watch. I kind of want to go over with you guys. It's about Elden Ring. There's a weird DLC that somebody made, or sorry, overhaul, but he makes you pay for it, and this guy like played it. I'll make sure I drop a link in the chat. But let's talk about some other things first. Um, I might doodle a little bit on the stream today. There's a picture I need to work on. It's an alternate version of this guy. Saw the Minecraft movie. I expect a full explanation. What's your opinion of it? Let's leave it at that. It's an alternate version of this guy. It's going to be my representation for Tony, which is my crackhead video editor. Not literally a crackhead, he's just an asshole. What made me want to do that is because I'm working on a video today. Um, and for the first time on Coffee Over Gaming, he's making an appearance. So I figured I'd go ahead and just make an avatar for him. Good. That's amazing because a lot of people have been like everybody I've been talking to says it's garbage. Oh, how to tribute to Technoblade? Interesting. Mind you, you do have a tolerance for bad movies. Well, that's not to say I disagree with you. It's probably a good movie. Honestly, I don't care. Because I probably won't see it. Um, so you'll probably see me do some sketches. I don't know how long the stream will be. For those who don't know, there's a lot going on. That's good. Hopefully, it makes back its money because it had some big name people in it, so its budget's gonna be really high. Um, ugh, sorry. It's not that I'm tired. I kind of just want to go lay down. Probably want to go read. Which actually, that's another thing I should probably talk about. But anyway, yeah, had an ad. I didn't really say anything important, so you didn't miss a damn thing. I'm just gonna say it probably had a high budget anyway or high cost because graphics and the actors in it. Had Jack Black and Jason Momoa, and those two alone are expensive. I imagine. Actually, I imagine Jack Black would also just take a movie for cheap for no, because he wanted to. Kind of like Keanu Reeves does. What's that one about? Oh, so I got a new book. A book I just read. I read it last night. And when I say I read it last night, is I bought it last night and then read it last night. Pull it up. I'll drop my link. If anybody wants to buy it, they can buy a digital copy. I'll get a kickback from it. Yada yada yada. Do I expect anybody to do it? No. I own 332 books on here. I did not know that. I'm not going to read the sequel because I really don't care for it. This is the book. How I Swapped Places with the Villainess, Beat Up Her Fiance, and Found True Love. It's the classic, like, the character got reincarnated as the villainess in the Anatome game. It's a reoccurring thing, but she gets swapped, like, at the end, and then the world restarts on her. And at the end, she's like black belt in multiple martial arts, beat the ever loving shit out of all the love interests, and because the original Alexandria had been caught in a loop, where basically the game kept resetting, and the person who was controlling everything, the heroine, basically kept getting her killed. I'll have to look at that movie. And so the goddess who's in charge of all this is like, I need to stop this. So she swaps in this girl who just died, who was really good at martial arts, and gets to take over the body, and then beats the shit out of all these guys, calling them out for their bullshit. and then the story restart or the world restarts, and now she's like a 5-year-old girl, and she gets to live the normal life, and then it continues from there, where she does have that confrontation with the heroine, who is somebody who is reincarnated into the world, who is aware they're in an Otome game. It's pretty good. It does fall into one problem I don't like, where the main bad guy, is dumb instead of actually good at what they do. So, but if you're wanting to read something like this, it's not bad. Let me go ahead and drop the link for it. Now you guys can, if you're interested in getting it, you'll be able to hit that link up. All right. Guess I didn't get a link. Get link. There we go. There you go. If you're vaguely interested in the story, which I do recommend it, there's you a link. You can go pick it up, and it'll give me like a 4% commission, which is not much, but it's something. I'll have to look into that. Sorry, it was recommending a different book to me, and I kind of wanted to check it out before I close the tab. I'll probably watch it later, or look into it later. I played Crisis Core. I played the remake of it, and it was really good. I am a little annoyed they didn't give you a secret alternate ending that played into the new Final Fantasy Series 7 that's going on, but whatever. Um, Cliff notes on what's going on in the politics. Everything's going to shit. If you want an example, I think the stock market dropped by like 1,000 points. We lost like $1 trillion in money. Hey, Jillian, what's going on in your world? Oh well. Except for I'm not tired. It's just my brain's not turning on, and I hate it. I should probably go for. I should have went for a walk before stream, but I was caught up watching the news. That's my own damn fault. Oh, and also working on a video. The only reason I didn't finish the video is because I wanted to get ready for stream. All right. So let's see here. Is there anything else I wanted to cover before I got into this video? No, not really. All right. So this is I'm dropping the link to this video. So if y'all want to watch it on your own, you can. This guy is playing the Elden Ring full make mod of Garden of Eyes. Now this one's a rather controversial mod because it's one of the few. Why'd you have to buy a physical copy? Anyway, I would have just bought the digital. I buy digital all the time. Like, yeah, I know it's like, oh no, physical. I don't care. I'll lose it if I have a physical copy. Well, physical copies are great, but I'll lose it. Plus, not to mention, I learned how important digital was when in the Navy. That's fair. You're probably buying it used then. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, anyway, this mod's rather controversial because it's a mod that you have to pay for, and it's part of a Patreon, so they're constantly working on it. So you have to keep the subscription going to keep playing it. So it's rather controversial. And this guy, yeah, I dropped a link to the video. He plays it for us, and I wanted to kind of look at, like, see how much they changed to see if it was worth it. That makes sense. Yeah, and you need a penny pinch. Not in a bad way, just saying that you need to keep an eye out for your money. All right, I already watched part of this. I know that Stormwind doesn't change, but going into Raya Lucaria is when things start to change. Although you do spawn in Caelid. You spawn in Caelid, but it's not scaled to your level, so you still get your ass kicked. Anyway, we're going to take a look at his video.
I'll take that. As with any trip to Liurnia, my goal was to kill the boss in the academy, but the academy key was broken. So I decided to be a true American hero and find the gun in Caria Manor. With my trusty gun in hand,
yeah, they added a gun. Like, they did add some weapons. I forgot about that.
It was time to go challenge not Loretta.
Upon my name as Rani
Yeah,
the
this actually I don't like. Like, I saw this part, I don't like
shall
this.
not be disturbed
Um,
by thee.
the idea of us actually fighting Ronnie, like, not because she's my waifu or anything like that, but it just doesn't feel like something Ronnie would do. Ronnie would manipulate the fuck out of us, but she would never confront us in any way, even as a ghost.
Send word.
And not to mention, they didn't even, like, they reused a lot of assets. They
This
didn't
goes
even make a
pretty
cool
hard.
skin for
The
her.
last queen of Caria. Granala of the full moon.
If you look, you can see it's just, they reused the face of, like, all the people crawling on the ground. The outfit is very similar to her mom, which does track out, and then I did something with the head.
All right.
Like, she doesn't feel like her own character. And then the fight is basically just an alternate version of her mom.
I mean, she looks different.
I do know she does change it up a bit here in a
The
second.
gun feels a bit overpowered.
She just,
What the fuck? She summoned Blide.
yeah, that's where it changes. She starts using the sword. She's a lot more mobile, and she can spam some of her different attacks. That's pretty,
It's like a truck.
yeah. So that's pretty much all they did with her, and I don't care. And then you get into Rhea Lucaria itself.
With my calves freshly amputated, it was time to use Renala's secret key to get into the academy via the 4 belfries. Alright, I'm excited. New area. Blood Sanctum of Rhea Lucaria, baby.
This just feels like some emo bastard. Like, we gotta replace all the water with blood! Like, the whole testament behind Elden Ring is, like, it's fool's gold. Everything is shiny and stuff, but once you dig a little underneath, you find out it's just rusted.
B, the Blood Sanctum, just shoot it till it dies.
Blood Hunter apparition. Like, once again, it doesn't feel like anything's scaled properly.
Nope.
Or he's doing it out of order, I don't know which. Okay,
it's
here's something I
Elden-
don't know.
No. My soul's career.
The Trials of Odin, the Absolute. I'm trying to figure out, like, what this monster's supposed to be. It looks, is it a reskin of, like,
No.
yeah, I'm feeling
Say it ain't so. It's Elden Beast. Why? Why, God? Oh my God, why is this so zoomed out?
it's basically just an alternate
What
form
is
of the
this
Elden Beast.
laser? Dude,
Alright. I mean, you're not wrong. Like, it just feels like an alternate version of the Elden Beast. Like, not even an interesting spin
nope,
on it.
that's not a bleed proc. It is just covered in blood. No! No way! There's a fucking phase 2! Are you...
Yeah, that's... Like, this is not written well. Like, if you're just gonna give a... Like, this is just like, I'm gonna make this difficult. Okay, here's something I heard that was interesting. We're supposed to get, like, a relatively realistic version of Radon. His attacks feel weak compared to everything else they've shown so far. So he must have really done it out of order. So they made Radon weaker.
Oh.
They better give him a second phase or something.
Nope, there's a phase 2.
Okay, good. Okay, is this supposed to be him, like, getting rid of all the...
Berserker Radon, the Star Scourge. I can't use Torrent, by the way, because he killed him, and I have no flasks. Can my screen stop shaking? Bruh.
Like, I
Dude,
get
I'm
the
gonna get
thematicness
motion
of him
sick.
being, like, yeeting the stars at you and shit like that, but this feels excessive. Once again, it feels like they really didn't plan this out right. If you haven't played, like, you should be all right. I recommend you start with Samurai. Samurai's easy mode, in my opinion. And they brought in Night Gale, so they brought in a Dark Souls 3 boss. God Devouring Serpent. Okay, it looks like they didn't change that. Morgoth the Omen doesn't look like he changed any. Okay, here.
Any staggers? Thank you.
Okay, yeah, he doesn't seem like he really changed. They just, like, gave him a second form. Yeah, like, I really don't feel like they did enough for this to be worth the money. They feel like Because it didn't seem like they balanced anything, or this guy's running it completely out of order. There is one boss fight I was told about I kind of want to pull up. They go into the expansion. Here it is. They changed the final boss of the expansion. This is the one thing I kind of wanted. I would make me kind of want to do it. Is this? It probably will. If it's not already there, actually, now that I think of it.
Let's go. Now it's time for the boss you've all been waiting for, Consort Millennia.
They replace Consort Radon with Consort Millennia.
My brother. I'm here.
Like, this is kind of cool. Like, this is probably like the one thing that interests me is the fact that they gave Millennia a redemption, so to speak, like where she was already a horrible thing to fight. But the fact that her brother did nothing with her, like he didn't try to res her, or anything. Like he doesn't seem to care that his sister died. The one complaint I might have lore-wise is she's supposed to be blind.
Eventually.
I want Starfist.
And then there's a phase 2, I'm guessing.
To I, Miquella, and my promised consort.
I don't like it because he's calling her a consort when that's his sister. Like, I think the guy who made this game does not understand the concept of consort. Like, but don't get me wrong, like, the animations, the fight style, and all that stuff is good. But once again, it feels like the person who made the game were just like, hey, let's just make this as difficult as possible. So, honestly, like, as much as I love playing games where I just want to bash my head into the wall to beat it, that's totally not worth it. Anyway, I shared the link to the video if y'all want to take a look at it yourself, watch the whole thing, go ahead. Here's another story that came out that was kind of interesting. Scientists have brought back dire wolves using ancient DNA, and they became alive October 1st. Now, if y'all don't know anything about Dolly the llama, Dolly the llama died young at the age of 6 due to lung cancer. However, it was also because I actually wrote the word down here. Hang on. The telomerase, or whatever it is. The cells in your body are able to divide only so many times before they start degrading. That's what causes effectively old age and stuff like that. And when you clone, I'm going to use low numbers. Say your cells can only divide 10 more times. That's incredibly low, but we'll use that. Can divide only 10 more times when they take the DNA sample for the clone. Well, your clone will only have those 10. In reality, more like millions and millions of repeats, but that's another conversation. So that's why you see in like Metal Gear Solid 4, where Solid Snake is Old Snake. It's because he was cloned at the age of like where the big boss was already 30. So his body's like, well, I guess we're 30 at birth. So, but this is kind of cool. I do wish we would just protect nature as it is instead of keep trying to like, oh, we're gonna bring back this species. Can we just protect the ones we have? No. Can we protect the bees? Let's see here. Was there anything else I wanted to cover? Oh, I did actually. Hang on. have to look into that. Looking for... Oh, yeah, this is one of those stories I wanted to talk about. I was probably going to make a video about it, but I wanted to talk about it here. 3. There's a remake of 3 coming out, too. That was a character called The End. Microsoft created an AI-generated replica of Quake 2 that you can play in the browser. Every frame is created on the fly by an AI world model. Go to goddamn hell. Seriously. We don't need this. We don't need whole games being made in AI. Like, yeah, mind you, this is like Doom 2 Quake level. But it's before too long they'll be up to at least Halo and then beyond that. We really don't need this in the world. We don't need this in the world. Trying to find, was there any other stories I had saved up I wanted to talk about? All right, I'm going to keep this muted, but I'm going to make you guys see his face. All right, this is Asmongold. Asmongold is a cunt. He's probably one of the easiest boss fights. Asmongold's a cunt. He's like, oh, I'm not a political commentator, and then proceeds to spend an hour talking about politics. I'll call myself a political commentator. I talk about politics all the damn time. I'll talk about mental health. I talk about religion. I'll talk about anything. I don't give a flying fuck. And then and right here's where it pisses me off. Like, he does shit like this. Every trans kid is actually a victim of a parent with mental illness. You know, I have an instinctive need to punch Nazis in the face, but if I saw him, he'd probably get a punch in the face too. And then I'd have to wash my hand because God knows when the last time he took a shower. Like, dude, this is a dude who bragged about having to use a dead rat as an alarm clock because he said when the sun would hit it just right, it would smell rank and I'd wake up. Like, the dude is proud of his grimy disgustingness. Like, I'm not the best person in the world about, you know, self-care and stuff like that. But this dude makes me look like the perfect human in that regard. Like, goddamn. And then he has the right to say shit like that? He can fuck all 7 shades of off. The only thing that pisses me off is he can grow a full beard and I can't. He's been saying shit like that for a while. And he's a big Trump supporter. He can go fuck himself. Okay, this is a good one. This is a good one. I just saw this. Hey, Gothic. So we were talking about, like, the economy's hell right now. Trump goes, everything's getting a tariff. Here's a list of all the countries getting a tariff, minus Russia. And we're going to impose a minimum of a 10% tariff. Nowhere is safe. Trump imposes a 10% tariff on Lindell, Royal Capital. Economists of Ray Lucario call it worst economic move since the shattering. I'm sorry. I fucking love that shit. I love that. That made me laugh more than it should. Oh. So there was a Devil May Cry anime series on Netflix. And apparently it's getting, like, really mixed reviews. Like, well, not mixed reviews. A lot of people I follow are like, no, it's garbage. Don't fucking watch it. Like, some of them straight up refuse to. The thing that's annoying me is... Hang on. The thing that is annoying me about it is that... some people are seeing the way that Dante is flippant and a smartass. And they're like, well, they're just copying Deadpool. Dante's been like that since inception. The dude saw one of the people he was about to fight singing opera and decided to sing a duet with him. I wish I was joking. Dude gets a new hat in the 5th game and does a Michael Jackson scene. Like, the dude is unserious as hell because he knows he's going to win. That's how powerful he is. There's literally only one other person who can rival him, and he fights him all the damn time, Virgil. So yeah, if you're like watching the series and you're like, Dante's too unserious. No, that's very in character for him. Like, the literal explanation for why none of his gear carries over between games is because he runs out of money and sells them for beer money. Like, that's the canon reason why he doesn't keep his stuff between games. You've been hit by, you've been struck by, smooth criminal. Yeah, I prefer the Weird Al Yankovic versions of his song. Like, I'm Fat is legitimately a good song. I hate to tell you. It's well performed. Like, one of my favorite scenes in that song is when, like, he realizes, like, every movement he does makes a different sound effect. Ooh. Yeah. All right, audience, what do you want? Do you want me to draw for a little bit so I can work on the new coffee mug image, or do we want to play some Monster Hunter Wilds? I'll let y'all decide. If y'all don't decide, then I'm just going to end the stream. Because I kind of want to go do other stuff. Draw? Okay. And which, incidentally, the other stuff would be me drawing. I need this image for, stuff. Invu? Alright, let's take a quick look at it. Oh. I want to show you all this because it's funny as hell. Oh, I got to do it on my other computer. I want to show you this because it's funny as hell. For the video I was doing, I wanted to talk about the new anime that came out, how a brilliant hero lived in the shadows, and I was looking up how many, what's the word I'm looking for? How many episodes it had, and this is what it told me. I want y'all to see if you can figure out what's wrong with this while I fix studio mode here in a second. Got any idea? Brilliant Healer's New Life, which is a campy anime, is not known as Redo the Healer. Those are two separate things. One's a campy anime, the other's a hentai. And Google Gemini thought they were the same. I got nothing. I got nothing. Yeah, sorry you're all seeing the infinite loop of fuckery. Meant to do this first. Actually, I think I'll do this. You've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. Do 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 do. I do want to show you all something I was working on. I was pretty proud of it. Let me open these up real fast. What is this one? These look a little jank, but they're going to serve the purpose I want. Alright. Yeah, you're going to see it fade in and out behind me a little bit because of the stoof and things. Alright. So I'm running a D&D game, and it's my first time running one in a while, and I actually wanted to make proper assets for it. So I did this. This is a map of the town, and it's just a grid one for you guys to kind of figure out where everything is. And then I made little individual assets so I can make buildings and just drop them into place. And then like here's the actual rooms themselves. I can just drop things in place and go, this is the room and all that good stuff. So I can quickly make dungeons as I need them without having to like draw them from scratch. Thankfully, I switched computers, which one the screen is showing you, so I can check no issue. Much as I want to watch that right now, I really don't want to get hit by that much copyright. All right. So let's get to the actual project. Don't need the grids for this part. The grids are just for the other thing. Nope, that's not what I want. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? Where are you? I did this earlier. Roof setup. There it is. I know, but I'd probably still get in trouble. You know what? Fuck it. You're gonna make me go through all the trouble of flipping over to it? That's kind of annoying. Give me a second. And technically this is not a short. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and get hit by copyright, so y'all say bye to my channel. It's gonna get taken down because Trickster wanted me to watch this video. Everybody get mad at him. I read the context. I'll read it out loud for everybody. Context: guy's robbing a bank and they're trying to identify his voice, but he's using tech to change his voice to a voice on the phone to that of Michael Jackson. There you go. There's you the context. Oh yeah, I won't be able to hear it. Hang on. Motherfuck. You done? You done, son? Okay. No, my Steam Deck just restarted itself. It does that from time to time. I can't hear it because I got to turn the line in. Hang on. Actually, you guys might not be able to hear it. I know you will. You will. Wait, maybe. No, you won't. Hang on, I gotta fix it. I don't want to, but I'll fix it. I want to say this is the right one.
You're being hit by a smooth criminal, Michael Jackson.
Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. That music's already gonna get me in trouble. There you go. Alright, it is. Alright, let's get started on this project. This is my first time drawing in a little bit, so give me a break. I take long breaks between drawing. And I take breaks between all my projects. Need Joe's help figuring out what kind of hand gesture or what should my character what should this coffee mug be holding, because it can't be the usual coffee pot. This is supposed to be Tony. I don't like that. I kind of want to give him just like flipping off the camera, but that'd get me in trouble with when I use it. Catch you later. I think what would be a good thing for him to either be holding or his hand gesture. Once again, I lean toward I like the idea of him flipping everybody off, but once again I'd get in trouble using that. And he's my editor. I don't want to remake him each time he's doing something different. Could just give him also give him the coffee pot, but I don't like that. I'll think on it. Well, help me figure out what kind of hand gesture to have for Tony. Well, Tony's an asshole, don't forget. So I want it to be something rather insulting. We still got time. I'm not in a rush to like figure it out right now. That could work. I'm actually really proud how this is looking so far. I haven't applied any real color except for the eyes. I always do the eyes. I could just say fuck it and not give him a real arm and just keep him as a coffee mug. Let's see how that would look. Since I drew that as a separate layer, I can just turn it off. That raises the question: does Tony deserve his own full character? It doesn't look too bad. I can work with that. We'll give him an annoyed frown. And I said, yeah, y'all see why Tony doesn't like me. I'm gonna brighten the inside of the coffee mug. There we go. All right, what's the verdict? What's the verdict? How does Tony? Gothic, what do you think of Tony? You know Tony. Do you think this will piss him off? All right, cool. There we go. I made Tony. The only thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna add some small details here and there, so we're not done completely, but you've been hit by, you've been struck by a smooth criminal. Oh, it's a clipping mask. I don't need to go that far with it. That's a little too heavy. There we go. I think Tony's done. All right, we finished making Tony. We'll zoom in. There you go. Y'all get a full glimpse of what Tony looks like. Tony's an asshole. The new asset I can use when I'm making videos. Went through all that just to do that. I'm awesome. I want everybody to know that. I'm the best there is. I'm the best there ever was, and I'm the best there ever will be. No one believes that. Here we go. Tony has been created. I was just saving it because I know y'all couldn't see what I was doing. All right. So I think this is a good spot to bring the stream to an end. I really didn't plan on streaming that much today. I probably should. I should be like the responsible content creator, but I really can't. I got none. I got none in me. Oh, I was just fixing some things behind the scenes so I didn't forget about it. All right. Appreciate y'all being here. See you on the next one.